Hi everyone, here's the short video about fitting a radiator guard onto a Honda CRF250L. This is only a relatively cheap radiator guard. It's probably 20 or 30 quid, bought on eBay, delivered from China, and it's not only supposed to protect the radiator from things piercing it from the front, but also if you drop the bike on its side, it's supposed to give that radiator a little bit of extra rigidity, because apart from this plastic cover here, you don't really get any protection. So this is gonna be a short video to show you how the radiator guard is fitted. Okay, so to start with, we're gonna remove the fairings. So, well, one fairing as a matter of fact, and we need to start from removing these three bolts. Okay, so I've removed the bolts now. Just put a little bit of a bubble wrap there to keep the fairing far away so I can access the radiator bolts. You could possibly remove it, but I don't see any need for it at this stage. It's quite a flexible plastic, so it's not really a problem. In terms of radiator, it has a plastic thing in front of it which directs the airflow into it, and I'm a little concerned about removing this, because obviously it's here for a reason, and if I put that on, it will definitely restrict the airflow, so it's not ideal from that point of view. But at the same time, I want the radiator to be protected, so I'm gonna fit it in anyway, give it a go, and if the bike overheats and I notice it frequently, then I will look into it further. But for the time being, I'm gonna give it a go. So we'll start by removing that plastic, unscrewing this and this bolt, and the radiator guard will be held by this three bolts. So there will be one here, and one where the fairing is mounted. So I'm gonna proceed with that now. Okay, so the radiator guard has now been fitted. However, I'm not totally comfortable with fit and finish. I had to put a few more spacers between the radiator guard and the mounting points, just to move it that way, in order to prevent it from touching the radiator on its side. It's been just ever so slightly touching, and I'm worried that because of vibration it might actually transfer the vibrations to the radiator. But overall it seems pretty rigid, and it should give it a bit of an extra protection from side crashes, as well as obviously from branches trying to pierce it through. Because it pushes it out a little bit, I put an extra rubber washer underneath here, just to make sure that the plastic is spaced out slightly, because of how far the radiator sticks out, radiator guard. When you put the bolts back in, just remember that the top bolt is different to two of these bolts, so just bear that in mind when you put them back in. Other than that, it's now fitted onto the bike. I'll give it a go, and if I find any issues with it, I will report back on this channel. If you've got any questions, please write them down in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to answer them. All the best.